Hey, what's up, Galaxy Gang? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're playing against Blue Eyes. So it's a battle of the dragons, a battle of the light dragons, actually. So let's see who reigns supreme. Okay, so I'm going second. I'm starting off with Forbidden Droplet, Photon Delta Wing, Droll and Lockbird, Galaxy Trance, Foolish Burial. Droll and Lockbird's not that great against this deck. They don't really add a lot. Like after they use like that Wishes for Blue Eyes, Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Yeah, they don't really search all that much. And my opponent opens with Dominus Purge, True Light, Effect Veiler, Wishes for Eyes of Blue, and Nibiru. Yeah, if I had, if only I had the Ash Blossom, this guy would have just scooped. He would have just had to pass turn. But yeah, he drew 3 hand traps and starter. I did not draw Ash Blossom, so that's tough, right? It's real tough. Okay, so let's see. All right, so my opponent goes and starts out with Wishes for Eyes of Blue. So he's going to discard the True Light. And now he can add Maiden of White, and he can also add Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Okay. All right, I use Droll and Lockbird. It's not really going to do much. I just -1 myself. I'm also thinking about siding the Droll and Lockbird. Yeah, I just play against too many decks that just don't lose to it. It's either I don't draw it against Mitsurugi, or I draw it against, I don't draw it against Mitsurugi. I draw it against Malice. I draw it against this deck. I draw it against a deck that doesn't lose to it. So, yeah, it's tough. It is really tough. But anyway, yeah, so he sends the Maiden of White to the grave. Now he can put the True Light on the field. Okay, now he uses Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Special summoning Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck. Okay, now he uses Maiden of White to special summon itself. Okay, now he uses the Wishes for the Eyes of Blue, so now he can equip the fusion monster to one of his monsters. Okay, now he's going to Synchro Summon into a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Alright, now he's going to use True Light's effect, so now he can set the Majesty of the White Dragon, so he has another interruption. Alright, so he can negate a card effect in the graveyard. He can pop a card. He also has Purge, Veiler, and Nibiru in hand. Like, this is insane. Like, he also has follow up with True Light as well. So it's tough. It's a it's a battle uphill. Okay, so I draw into a Galaxy 100. All right. Yeah, did I? I think I drew into that. Yeah, I drew into a Galaxy 100. Okay. So I go with main phase 1, I activate Galaxy 100. This was a misplay. I should have read Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. I should have read this card because this says once per turn when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, you can negate the activation. That was a misplay. I was not paying attention. Should have started out with Photon Delta Wing. Yeah, should have started out with Photon Delta Wing, see if he would have done something. But yeah, that was definitely a misplay. Because I should have started off with Photon Delta Wing, normal summon. He would have used Veiler. That's fine. I would have let that go through. Then I would have used Galaxy 100, send Jumper, use Jumper's effect. Then he would have used this card. And I would have chained Forbidden Droplet, sending the Photon Delta Wing since it's no longer of any use, negating that. And he wouldn't be able to go into the interruption. And yeah, he wouldn't be able to use like Purge, Veiler, or whatever. Yeah, but that was a terrible misplay. So I used Photon Jumper, use the effect. He negates that. Yeah, I misused my hand. Yeah, I gotta read more. Alright, so now he uses Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, tributes it. Now he can special summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which once per turn it can negate the activation of a card. Yeah, so now I just messed up. I normal summon Photon Delta Wing, use the effect, he chains Veiler. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, cool. Now I use Foolish Burial. He tries to negate that. I use Forbidden Droplet to send the Foolish Burial to the graveyard to negate that. Now I can send Photon Emperor to grave. I use Photon Emperor's effect. Now I can special summon it to the field. Okay, and now we're going to link both monsters off, go into a Soul Flare, use Soul Flare's effect. Now we can add back the Photon Delta Wing to hand. And now I normal summon the Photon Delta Wing, use the effect. Now I can special summon Photon Delta Wing from the deck. Okay. He's thinking. He now uses Nibiru. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm screwed because I was just hoping against hope that he would use the trap card. Then I could just use Galaxy Trance to continue my plays. But I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna use Galaxy Trance, special summon Emperor and the Afterglow. And now he's gonna use the trap card to pop my monster. And yeah, that's all she wrote. So yeah, I'm a little mad that I played that bad. Played really poorly. But you know, we're gonna continue on. Okay, so yeah, so I go in first. Okay, so we go first. All right, so I draw. Okay, so let's see. We go standby phase, main phase 1. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, so I open Photon Jumper, Galaxy Summoner, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal, Triple Tactics Stress, Galaxy 100, so this hand's not bad. My opponent opens Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, Wishes for Eyes of Blue, and Sage with the Eyes of Blue. So he drew 3 hand traps. That is tough. So, yeah, I normal summon Photon Jumper. I'm like, please don't have Ash Blossom because this hand can't beat Ash, unfortunately. So I use Galaxy 100, so now I can send Photon Emperor to the graveyard. Use Photon Emperor's effect. I can special summon it to the field. Alright, now I link both monsters off, and I go into a Soul Flare. So I go Chain Link 1 Jumper, Chain Link 2 Soul Flare. And my opponent's going to use the Infinite Impermanence. Yep, he's going to use Infinite Impermanence to stop that. I'm like, that's fine. That was a waste because I did not care if Soul Flare was going to resolve. I only wanted Photon Jumper to resolve. Just in case he was saving Ash Blossom for something. I don't know. So now I can add Galaxy Trance to hand. Alright, now I use, now I normal summon the Galaxy Summoner because I have an extra normal summon. I'm not going to use Trance yet. I'm just waiting to see if he has a Nibiru. So I go Galaxy Summoner, special summon Photon Jumper. I think he's thinking if he wants to negate that, he probably should have. Yeah, he probably should have, but I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, yeah, special summon the Photon Jumper. Overlay both monsters, go into a Galaxy Photon Dragon. Alright, now I use the effect. He has another Impermanence. I'm like, okay. Alright, guy. Okay, guy. But yeah, I think like at this point I'm like, I don't know, like does he have Nibiru? Does he not? I'm like, yo, like should I play into it? Oh, like that's fine. Okay, now I use Galaxy Primal, special summon it to the field. Use the effect. Now I can add I was thinking like should I add the Tachyon Transmigration, so that way I can get a negate. Use Galaxy Trance summon my monster, so now I have a Omni negate, Soul Flare with the number 38. I was thinking about that, and I was like, nah, like what if this guy has a Nibiru and he's just like holding it out? He's like, yo, like I'm holding out for anything, for any and everything. But he lets that go. I'm like, okay. Like, yo, if he would have Veilered, oh my god. Oh, man, I would have been so hyped. Because I would have used Triple Tactics Thrust. Yo, oh my god, I would have been so hyped. Because I would have used Triple Tactics Thrust to set the Eternal Galaxy. Use Trance, special summon back my monster. Actually, I think, yeah, I would have done that, yeah. I was like waiting for Nibiru. Like Nibiru clear my board. I could just go Thrust, look at hand, take whatever card, use Trance, steal his monster with Cypher Dragon, and all that extra good stuff. But it's fine. But he did not. He did not use Veiler that time. Yeah, I guess this guy is he's a psychic, so it's fine. Now I had 7 Tachyon to hand. I'm like, okay. I guess he doesn't know the deck. Like, you have to Veiler at that point, bro. Like. Because this card can add a counter trap that just negates stuff. Because he would have had no way to play. But, okay. I now use 7 Tachyon. I reveal Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Now I can add Afterglow to hand. I'm going to put back the Thrust because I'm like, he's not going to use any more monster effects. I use Afterglow's effect to special summon. And I'm like, just waiting for a Nibiru. Okay, he doesn't have it. That's fine. Okay, I go into Photon Lord. Use Galaxy Trance. Pay 2,000 life points. Summon Photon Emperor. And special summon the Tachyon Primal. Overlay both monsters, go into a number 38. And I just passed turn. Okay, alright, my opponent's draw phase. Okay, yeah, he opens Majesty of the White Dragons. I'm surprised he still is maining it. Still maining it going second, but okay, whatever. I use Photon Lord's effect. Now I can add Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to hand. Alright, and this is made phase 1. So now I have 3 interruptions. He has 4 cards. Let's see what he does. So he normal summon Sage with the Eyes of Blue. I use Photon Lord, not letting that go through. He then uses Wishes of the Eyes of Blue. Discard a card. I'm like, obviously I'm gonna negate this dude. Just scoop it up. Like, bro, wasting everybody's time here. Okay, but anyway, We go on to game 3, and in ultimate, we're gonna see who's gonna win. So, all right. So I open Foolish Burial, Photon Delta Wing, evenly matched, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, and Infinity Dragon. So this hand is not bad at all. Only thing I wish is that I did not draw the Afterglow, but it's fine. It's manageable. My opponent opens Blue Eyes White Dragon, Drolan Lockbird, Maiden of White, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Maiden of White. So it's kind of a brick here, right? Because he opened both the normal monsters. He opened both the normals, 2 Maiden of Whites, and Droll. That's tough. Okay, so you go Standby Phase, main phase 1. All right. He normal summons Maiden of White. Okay. I was like, I knew he had a weak hand if he normal summoned that. Alright, links off into a Spirit with Eyes of Blue, uses effect, adds Mausoleum of White, okay, uses the effect of the Spirit with Eyes of Blue, sends to the graveyard. Now you can special summon a Blue Eyes from hand, so he special summons that to the field. Maiden of White gets summoned because Blue Eyes White Dragon was special summoned. Alright, synchros both off into a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Alright, that's fine. He now uses Maiden of White in hand's effect. So now he can place a True Light to the field. Uses True Light's effect, so now he can set the wishes of Eyes of Blue. Alright, he'll then use the effect, discarding another Blue Eyes from hand. Add Sage with the Eyes of Blue to hand, and a Roar of the Blue Eyes Dragon. Okay. Now he activates Mausoleum White, so he gets an extra normal summon. So he normal summons the Sage with the Eyes of Blue, uses the effect. Now he can add Effect Veiler. I'm like, okay, so he has a hand trap. Alright, so he has a hand trap already. He has a negate. He can also, special summon another one. Alright, special summons the Blue Eyes. Alright. But the negate can only be used once per turn, so that's not bad. Alright, so special summons Blue Eyes Dragon from the graveyard. Alright. Uses Spirit of uses Wishes for Eyes of Blue to banish. Now he can equip the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Alright, and now he's gonna synchro again into another Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Alright, and he passes turn. So he had 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, Effect Veiler, Drolan Lockbird. So he has a negate. So he has like two negates in the grave. A Omni negate. So he has 2 negates in the grave, an Omni negate, follow up, Drolan Lockbird with Effect Veiler. So yeah, and he also has a negate where he can get a card effect that targets a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, what does this do in the graveyard? He can also banish this card from your special summon, fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including Blue Eyes monster. Okay, so he also has that. All right, yeah, so a bunch of follow up here. All right, so let's see what we draw. Okay, and I draw another evenly matched. So I'm like, oh, I'm looking good right now, bro. I'm looking so good right now. So. All right, we go Standby Phase. Okay, main phase 1, and now I'm like, okay, battle phase. All right, so he immediately uses Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon's effect to tribute itself. Now he can special summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. I'm like, that's fine. Okay, I'm like, in the battle phase, use evenly match. He's gonna negate. I'm gonna use another evenly match. Get rid of that. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all that stuff, buddy. Yeah, so we banish all his cards face down. All right, so he keeps the True Light on field. Alright, I go main phase 2. Alright, so now I'm gonna use, I use Infinity Dragon's effect. Okay, I was thinking like, what if he has Ash Blossom, but I'm like, yo, there's no way this guy is like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus right now, and he has Ash Blossom and Veiler in hand, so I'm like, no way, right? I didn't want to like go Foolish Burial first, because I just didn't want to like get Sin Jumper and then add like Galaxy Trance, because that's what I'm thinking, because like, I'm gonna bait the Infinity Dragon. If he has something, I can just use Foolish Burial and add Galaxy Trance to hand or something like that. But we'll see. All right, so he doesn't. All right, so he doesn't Ash. I'm like, oh, I'm looking good right now. I'm just gonna bait out this Effect Veiler. All right, so special summon the Tachyon Primal. All right, use Afterglow's effect to special summon itself to the field. I'm like, I might be playing in a nib here, but it's fine. So I overlay Afterglow and the Infinity Dragon. Okay. Go into a Shadow Dragon. All right, use Shadow Dragon's effect. All right. All right, uses Effect Veiler. That's fine. To negate. All right, I use Shadow Dragon's effect to detach 2. Now I can activate Afterglow. And now I can special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the deck. All right. And now he uses True Light. And now he's gonna special summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Maiden of White. So because he did it now, I'm like, this guy does not have Nibiru in hand, because he would have waited. Because like the smart thing to do would be to like wait till your opponent would be to nib first and then summon your monsters back. And then next turn you can do the same thing, because he has another Maiden of White and a Blue Eyes engraved. So at that point I knew he doesn't have Nibiru, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I overlay both monsters and go into a Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. My mentality was, I'm going to use the effect to steal the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but I have to start reading cards more. This card says, your opponent cannot target Blue Eyes White Dragon in your monster zone with card effects. So I'm like, wow, I messed up. And I'm like, hopefully he does not have Nibiru for whatever. Maybe, hopefully he's like, not stupid to summon these cards first before going into Nibiru, but whatever. I normal summon Photon Delta Wing, special summon the Photon Delta Wing. Alright, I overlay both. I go into a Galaxy Photon Dragon, use the effect to detach. Now I can send Photon Emperor to grave, use Photon Emperor's effect. Alright, and now I can special summon it. Alright, now I use Foolish Burial, sending the Photon Jumper to grave, use the effect. Now I can add Galaxy Expedition to hand. Alright. Alright, he lets that go, which is interesting. He did not want to use Droll. Alright. I mean, hey, whatever. I use Galaxy Expedition. Now I can special summon Galaxy Soldier. I guess he didn't think that, I understand why he didn't use Draw. He was like, I'm just going to use it as a discard, I guess, for Maiden, I guess, for the spell card next turn when he uses it. So I'm not sure. I think that's what he was thinking. But he didn't think I was going to summon Galaxy Soldier. Alright, so I used Chainlink 1 Soldier, Chainlink 2 Galaxy Photon Dragon to make my Soldier level 8. He lets that go through, so now I can add Galaxy Summoner, and he's like, this guy might keep adding cards, so I'm just going to use Droll and Lockbird now, okay? I'm like, this guy lost then. That was his last card in hand, I fear nothing now. So I go into Cypher X, use the effect, attach 2, so now the monsters can't be targeted. I think the correct play before going to, before going to Cypher, that Cypher Dragon card, I should have went into number C62. Just in case he had Nibiru, I still would have had a 6,400 attack point monster on board. And, he would have, and I would have still went into, level 8 plays. If I would have just, normal summon Delta Wing, do the same thing. Would have had Photon Emperor, Galaxy Soldier on field, and then go into, a full armor, pop trap, Cypher Blade, pop nib. That's what I would have done. Or I would have went Cypher Dragon, still nib, go into Cypher X, and then go into full armor and just pop trap card. That would have been the perfect play, because then he would have had no way to get over my number C62, but I wasn't thinking. But that's fine. Alright, so I go into full armor. Alright, full armor effect, pop his trap effect is going to pop all his cards. Alright, overlay both monsters, go into a number 38. I'm thinking here, maybe I could have summoned Galaxy Summoner here. But there was no point. There's nothing to special summon from my graveyard. I already used Tachyon Primal's effect, so, I mean, it was unnecessary. Yeah, it was unnecessary. I already used the effect. But yeah, I'm like, there's no way. There's no card he can draw that's gonna win. Alright, so he draws into the Majesty of the White Dragons. I'm like, how many does he main? Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking of, was I thinking of Last Duel? Oh, yeah, I was thinking of Last Duel. But yeah, he draws into that trap card. That's not going to help him. GG's. Yeah. So, the winner of the Light Dragons goes to Galaxy Eyes. Yeah, so, it was a great match. I did a couple of misplays. Definitely misplayed game 1. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyway because he had Dominus Purge too. And he had Nibiru. So that was tough. Probably still could have ended on a rank 8 though for sure. I just did not play well there. I should have started off a Photon Delta Wing first before anything. Game 3 should have went into number 62. We gotta read cards. I gotta read cards more. Should have went number 62 when I saw True Light on field. Forgot that it stopped your opponent's cards from being negated. Also, I also forgot about this fusion card right here. Does it negate and destroy? Wow, negates and destroys, bro. Oh my goodness, man. That would have been terrible. Yo, that would have been bad. Thankfully, I read True Light. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think I should have done better. What you guys would have done. And yeah, that's it for today. Peace.